What's up, and welcome to Me, You, and Switch 2. I'm me, Tom Tate, and you're you, so let's talk about Switch 2. This is your spot for the latest news. We're going to keep it short and sweet, 5 to 10 minute episodes every Tuesdays and Fridays. It is Tuesday today, June 24th, 2025. Let me tell you, the temperatures are rising in the United States, but Switch 2 news has been a little bit cool over the past few days. So there's a lot of things popping out there, but I don't know that they're super newsworthy. So I have a couple of headlines I'll share with you today. First thing I want to talk about is proper Switch 2 maintenance. You need to get that SPF 50 for extra protection. And I'm being serious. It's so hot that Polygon actually put out an article that it might be too hot to play your Switch 2 on the go this week, reminding Switch 2 owners that you shouldn't play your console in conditions that exceed 95 degrees Fahrenheit. That's ambient temperature, right? So take note if you plan to play on a beach or out by the pool on a hot day. My phone actually shut itself off due to heat over the weekend. I was outside for maybe 25 minutes in 85, 90 degree weather. It's a brand new Google Pixel. So Nintendo actually shared that the Switch 2 is built to do the same thing to prevent further damage. So if you're out there in the heat, take care of your Switch. And speaking of taking care of your Switch, I also read over the weekend that it is recommended to turn on stop charging around 90%. It's a battery feature that will help extend the life of your batteries. So if you're considering trying to get your battery life, which already has been proven to be not great, if you want to consider extending that life, you might want to switch this on. Stop charging around 90% in the settings. I've personally noticed, now that we're on the topic of heat, my Switch 2 has been getting very hot just sitting in the dock, even when it's asleep. And I looked this up. So according to many Redditors, if you are connected to the internet through a wired connection, which I happen to be, this might be the cause. So you can go to select system settings under sleep mode. There's an option, keep wired connection active in sleep mode. If you turn that off, apparently you might notice less heat in sleep mode. It will no longer download things while it's sleeping, so it's not going to keep your Switch up to date. That'll have to happen when you power it back up. But I thought that was interesting. I don't love the heat. Feels a little odd, so I actually turned that off, and I will monitor. One last thing, while we're on the topic of protecting your Switch 2, there's a content creator on YouTube. His name is Bass Derek, Derek. He's put out a lot of great videos in the retro handheld scene, and he actually tested 11 third-party Switch 2 grips thoroughly. This is a 50-minute, almost an hour video. Really great video. He ranked them using his own system. And if you're not happy with the ergonomics of Switch 2, or you just want some extra protection, you really have to check this out. So I linked to this video in the show notes. I've been using a telescopic controller. I've been using the GameSir G8 Plus. I might talk about that in a future episode, but I've considered a case. So this video was super, super helpful. Other headlines the past few days, Donkey Kong Bananza hype continues to grow. Donkey Kong Bananza has been confirmed to have at least 110 music tracks. This was an article in Go Nintendo. There's a Twitter Blue Sky user, Stealth40K, who shared a screenshot of a music player, and it showed 110 tracks, individual tracks. I don't know how much of that might be, sound effects from the game versus a full track, but this is more growing evidence that we're looking at a full-scale, single-player Nintendo classic here, along the lines of a Mario Odyssey. This is not going to be kind of a Donkey Kong Country style game. I think this is going to be much bigger than that, and I'm here for it. Donkey Kong Bananza is also officially the best-selling game on Amazon right now, according to IGN. I'm personally going to try to get it at Costco. So if you have a Costco membership, I think it's like $63 or $64, a little bit cheaper, save a couple of bucks. So looking forward to picking that up next month. Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion. It received a pre-order trailer on Nintendo's official YouTube account. I'll have a link in the show notes for that one. This game graphically looks really, really sharp. It's a mech game. It's a sequel to 2019's Daemon X Machina, which debuted on Nintendo Switch. I actually didn't play that one. This game is not going to be a Switch exclusive. It'll release in September on Switch 2, but it's coming to other platforms as well. So if you're looking for more games, to pad your fall lineup, this might be one of them. And we've heard a little bit from Nintendo developers this past week. A couple interesting articles came out in an interview with West France. Nintendo's Kasuke Yabuki discussed why franchises like Zelda, Animal Crossing, and Splatoon weren't included in Mario Kart World. He said, as developers, it would have seemed incongruous to add characters from other games to this universe, and it didn't seem necessary given everything we could already do with Mario. We inevitably wonder how players will perceive this cast, but there are so many characters and so many costumes that there's sure to be something for everyone. So they really stuck to the Mario universe. He's been a strong spokesperson for this game. I want to say he was the producer, stuck to the Mario franchise. And I'm curious, though, what we'll see in terms of DLC in the future. I know that Animal Crossing and Zelda and Splatoon, they all came to the last Mario Kart by way of DLC. There's already a rumor we'll get expanded Donkey Kong DLC later. I believe Donkey Kong and Pauline only have 2 outfits, which I think is less than every other character. So as we get closer to the release of Bananza, maybe we'll see something there. That's it for today. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss a beat. I'm on Instagram and Blue Sky at Switch2Pod. That's Switch2 with the number 2 pod. I'm also at Switch2Pod.com for all the other things. If you want to subscribe to the show, get links to all the different podcast providers that I'm at, it's all there. I also have an email newsletter sign-up form that is live on the website. If you'd rather have a Sunday Digest email, while I'm sipping my coffee, I'll type up a quick email. I'll send that out every Sunday. You can check that out at Switch2Pod.com. If you're not enjoying the show, tell me. I love the feedback, and I'd love to improve. If you are enjoying the show, tell everyone. A shout-out or review goes such a long way as I'm just starting the show and continuing to grow. I will be back on Friday. I hope you have a fantastic week. Much love. Now go play some games.